From an entry-level point of view, we're very lucky here in the Val de Bagnes. Even though we're flanked by huge mountains on either side with some really steep descents that kind of crisscross that terrain, we're very lucky both in and around Verbier and also down the valley a little bit to have a huge network of farm roads, forest trails and fire roads that kind of intersect and interlink the valley to be able to provide people of a much more basic level of riding with the ability to still access some phenomenal terrain. These routes can be as simple or as complex as you want them to be. They can interlink different valleys, you can stay within the valley, but ultimately it gives people of a much more basic level of riding the options to still see some wonderful views, some absolutely beautiful villages, some of the beautifully picturesque landscape that we're lucky enough to call home here in the Val de Bagnes. Even though this is our sort of like entry-level riding ability, sounds a bit daft to say, but you still need to be able to ride a bike. Like a lot of these farm trails and a lot of these farm roads do have the tendency to sort of enter into roads like you can see here, a little bit rougher under the wheels. So you definitely have to have a relatively decent basic level of being able to ride a bike. These farm roads do have the tendency to have a few little descents in them as well. So you still need to be aware of how you use your brakes, how you stay balanced up on top of the bike, and ultimately how you keep yourself safe. The addition of an e-bike for rides like this is an absolute game changer because it really means that you can get some real serious miles in and some incredible ascents and descents without that kind of physical exhaustion almost that goes along with what would normally happen riding this kind of route. If you speak to many keen riders here of strong levels as well, an e-bike's almost become a bit of a sort of a necessity really, in the sense that you're short on time or you want to try and do some of the unbelievably epic ascents and descents in less period of time. An e-bike just kind of fixes that straight away. It's almost like having your own personal uplift service. It allows you to get to these places, it allows you to get over slightly more difficult terrain and away from even from where the lifts can allow you to get access to. The e-bike just gives you that kind of that tool. We also need to be able to have confidence in our own ability to be able to navigate slightly more difficult terrain, in the sense that when things start to turn downhill. Now obviously this is pretty tame, you know, and it's as tame as it gets really around here, but you can kind of see even just sort of under the front wheel just here, you know, this isn't like sticky tarmac, this is kind of like a loose gravel road, so if you've not got your wits about you and your technique isn't up to scratch, it's quite easy to kind of lose a front wheel every now and again on some of this more loose terrain. So again, it's worth bearing in mind if you are considering coming out here, whether that's riding with us or just doing it for yourself. This is what to expect at the most basic level. Something that's actually really interesting and definitely worth talking about on this vlog is the plans that the Verbier Bike Club and the local commune have got in place to put in an actual official cycling route from just slightly higher up the valley at Champsec all the way down to Saint-Branchère, which will be absolutely fantastic. So it'll follow the line of the river. It's always very easy access back to the main lift station here in Le Charbes. So even if you are staying up in Verbier and you have a lift pass, it's really easy access just to be able to get back to the Charbes, pop your bike on the lift and be able to head back up to higher ground.